Namaskar everyone, welcome to the class. We will start with Koshiki today, and I'm going to invite you to also please introduce yourselves, where you're coming from, city, which country, so that we get to know you better and also able to cater to your needs. Please also let me know if I'm going to change the position of the dance today. I'm going to face you and see if you can do the dance this way. If not, let us know so I can change the direction while doing that. We're going to do longer koshiki. I would like to see if you're able to maintain the skills longer. We'll start slowly and we'll speed it up a little bit more. So between 12 to 15 minutes. Okay. Now, last week I was saying about the koshiki effects is very beneficial for women. Now, and what are the problems that cause problems in menstruation, irregular menstruation. The main causes are liver issues, constipation, and excessive intercourse. So let's see. I will speak a little bit more about koshiki. Now, koshiki, when you're doing this dance, you can see, you have learned the dance, you see the movement of expanding and contracting the muscles of that connects from the pelvic, your sacrum, to your rib cage. So the area in the belly, the entire, all the organs, the internal organs, the muscles, the organs, the tissues are all, there's a lot of movement, there's a lot of squeezing and releasing, there's a lot of what's called it, movement, and that it enhances the function of these organs, especially the digestive system. The digestive system digests our food and eliminates the waste. So it works very well. So when you in koshiki, that's why one of the things you find very helpful when you do after doing koshiki regularly, you find improvement in the digestive system, especially the organ of the liver. The liver function improves very much in koshiki, and also you notice that in the dance you have the right leg forward and the left leg back. So in that way, we give extra work to the liver in order to enhance the function of the liver. So and also, of course, improves constipation, relieves constipation, and that's why the dance has a lot of benefits. So try the dance. You will only know it if you try the dance. If you have problems dancing, do it slowly. Watch the first video I have, and the second video, and the third. The first video gives a complete explanation, also a very systematic rundown of how to do koshiki, to master the dance and to remember how to do it on your own. Okay, so let's start the dance. I'm going to face you. Please let me know if this is okay with you. So in a way you are able to also do it with me without having to follow it, and see if you can be able to do it on your own. All right? I'm going to put my glasses. Let's see. So dancers, position for koshiki, ideation. Remember the ideation. Establish your link with this cosmic consciousness. I'm going to read the meaning. I know how to request for you. I know how to fulfill your demands. And then I surrender to you, this cosmic entity. I'm overcoming all obstacles that will come. I'm in a divine rhythm, the flow of the cosmic consciousness. Ready? Begin. Din, 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 Baba, Nam, Baba, Ke, Vanam. Baba, Nam, Baba, Ke, Vanam. Baba, Nam, Baba, Baba, Nam, Baba, Ke, Vanam. Baba, Nam, Baba, Ke, Vanam. Baba, Nam, Baba, Ke, Vanam. Baba, Nam, Baba, Baba, Nam, Baba, Ke, Vanam. Baba, Nam, Baba, Ke, Vanam. Baba, na, baba, kevala, baba, na, baba, baba, na, baba, kevala, baba, na, baba, kevala, baba, na, baba, kevala, baba, na, baba, baba, na, baba, kevala, baba, na, baba, kevala, baba, na, baba, kevala, baba, na, baba, baba, na, baba, kevala, baba, na, baba, kevala, baba, na, baba, kevala, baba, na, baba, baba, na, baba, kevala, baba, na, baba, kevala, baba, na, baba, kevala, baba, na, baba, baba, na, baba, kevala, baba, na, baba, kevala, baba, na, baba, kevala, baba, na, baba, baba, na, baba, kevala, baba, na, baba, kevala, baba, na, baba, kevala, baba, na, baba, baba, na, baba, kevala, baba, na, baba, kevala, baba, na, baba, kevala, baba, na, baba, kevala, baba, na, baba, baba, na, baba, kevala, baba, na, baba, kevala, baba, na, baba, kevala, baba, na, baba, baba, na, baba, kevala, baba, na, baba, kevala, baba, na, baba, kevala, baba, na, baba, baba, na, baba, kevala, baba, na, baba, kevala, baba, na, baba, kevala, baba, na, baba, baba, na, baba, kevala, baba, na, baba, kevala, baba, na, baba, kevala, baba, na, baba, baba, na, baba, kevala, baba, na, baba, kevala, baba, na, baba, kevala, baba, na, baba, baba, na, baba, kevala, baba, na, baba, kevala, baba, na, baba, kevala, baba, na, baba, baba, na, baba, kevala, baba, na, baba, kevala, baba, na, baba, kevala, baba, na, baba, baba, na, baba, kevala, baba, na, baba, kevala, baba, na, baba, kevala, baba, na, baba, baba, na, baba, kevala, baba, na, baba, kevala, baba, na, baba, kevala, baba, na, baba, baba, na, baba, kevala, baba, na, baba, kevala, baba, na, baba, kevala, baba, na, baba, baba, na, baba, kevala, baba, na, baba, kevala, baba, na, baba, ki vana baba
nam
baba baba nam baba ki vana baba nam baba ki vana baba nam baba ki vana baba
nam
baba baba nam baba ki vana baba nam baba ki vana baba nam baba ki vana baba
nam
baba baba nam baba ki vana 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 baba
nam
baba baba nam baba ki vana baba nam baba ki vana baba nam baba ki vana baba
nam
baba baba nam baba ki vana baba nam baba ki vana baba nam baba ki vana baba
nam
baba baba nam baba ki vana baba nam baba ki vana baba nam baba ki vana baba
nam
baba baba nam baba ki vana baba nam baba ki vana baba nam baba ki vana baba
nam
baba baba nam baba ki vana baba nam baba ki vana baba nam baba ki vana baba
nam
baba baba nam baba ki vana baba nam baba ki vana baba nam baba ki vana baba
nam
baba baba nam baba ki vana baba nam baba ki vana baba nam baba ki vana baba
nam
baba baba nam baba ki vana baba nam baba ki vana baba nam baba ki vana baba
nam
baba baba nam baba ki vana baba nam baba ki vana baba nam baba ki vana baba
nam
baba baba nam baba ki vana baba nam baba ki vana baba nam baba ki vana baba
nam
baba baba nam baba ki vana baba nam baba ki vana baba nam baba ki vana baba
nam
baba baba nam baba ki vana baba nam baba ki vana baba nam baba ki vana baba
nam
baba baba nam baba ki vana baba nam baba ki vana baba nam baba ki vana baba
nam
baba baba nam baba ki vana baba nam baba ki vana baba nam baba ki vana baba
nam
baba baba nam baba ki vana baba nam baba ki vana baba nam baba ki vana baba
nam
baba baba nam baba ki vana baba nam baba ki vana baba nam baba ki vana Baba, Baba, Nam, Baba, Kevalam, Baba, Nam, Baba, Kevalam, Baba, Nam, Baba, Kevalam, Baba, Nam, Baba, Baba, Nam, Baba, Kevalam, Baba, Nam, Baba, Kevalam, Baba, Nam, Baba, Kevalam, Baba, Nam, Baba, Baba, Nam, Baba, Kevalam, Baba, Nam, Baba, Kevalam, Baba, Nam, Baba, Kevalam, Baba, Nam, Baba, Baba, Nam, Baba, Kevalam, Baba, Nam, Baba, Kevalam, Baba, Nam, Baba, Kevalam, Baba, Nam, Baba, Baba, Nam, Baba, Kevalam, Baba, Nam, Baba, Kevalam, Baba, Nam, Baba, Kevalam, Baba, Nam, Baba, Baba, Nam, Baba, Kevalam, Baba, Nam, Baba, Kevalam, Baba, Nam, Baba, Kevalam, Baba, Nam, Baba, Baba, Nam, Baba, Kevalam. This is halt. So you may lie down in Shavasana. You may. I hope you managed to do the dance all this time. Maybe about 10, 15, 12 minutes. Let's go into Shavasana. Lie down so you are comfortable and don't move during the practice of Asha. Just feel the relaxing the entire body to the floor, to the ground alignment. I usually rotate my neck side to side so I come to a comfortable position in Shavasana. So do not move during the practice. Gonna be here at least for 2 minutes. And bring awareness back. Swing the arms over, give yourself a stretch. And knees to the chest. And release. So holding, placing your palms on your knees. Exhaling. Knees to the chest. Inhaling. Releasing it. One more time. Exhaling. Inhaling. Arm down. Place the right foot, right leg, left arm up, down, then and alternate. Alternating right leg, left arm, left leg, right arm. Be aware of the movement, coordination of the leg and the arm. Just one more side. And exhaling to the chest, inhaling, release. You straighten the legs, or you just put the fingertips on your shoulders and just rotating the arms. As you do that, feel the massaging through the blades, the knots in the body. Change direction. Forget to breathe and breathe in and breathe out as you do it. So optimize the practice. Bring the right leg to the chest, just hold it for a while. Breathing out, inhaling, release the leg. You may bend the knee or you straighten the right leg. Left side. Breathing out from the belly. Exhaling, you could bend the knee or you could straighten the left leg. And then both knees together. And release. Good time, out together. Again, right. Breathing out. Release. Left. Breathing out. Release. And both legs. Breathing out. And release. Right leg. Release. Left. And both. Just legs. Legs together. Raising the legs all the way to 90 degrees. Lower the legs down to 30 degrees off the floor. Just stay. You're going to do just one set of this. Engaging your abs, the abdominal muscles. And then slowly lower the legs down. You may bend the knees and lower the legs. The knees. Stay for a while before we come to the sitting position. Go to one side, preferably the right side for now. Over on your front. Push yourself up to child's pose. look at the space between your palms. Come up to all fours. I'm going to do a little bit of cat-cow, but this is slightly different from the usual. Just listen. You're on your fours. As you breathe in, you're inhaling up and exhaling out. But I'm going to ask you to change that. You're going to breathe in with your head down. You're breathing in. And as you exhale, face up in front of you, stretching your arms through. Inhaling, neck down, coming up onto your arms. Top of your feet is pressing to the floor. You're looking down. It's important that you're looking down. And as you exhale, you're looking straight up. I mean, not upwards, forward. So inhale, neck down. Exhale, neck up. 2 more times, inhaling. It's a different cat-cow. Exhaling. One more. Inhale. And exhale. Sigh. Just pause for a while in the child. And now coming up to the sitting. We will bring down left leg out. If you need to put something under, you may, but you're not straining the back of your leg. You're not pulling the muscles. Be careful of your knee. Do not hyperextend it. Do not just be aware of the position of the knee, so you're not straining that knee cap. So just go forward. I'm going to come forward a bit so you can see me. Okay, left leg out. Just like right foot just next to your thigh. Or for the boys, you may press into your lowest most chakra, but you don't have to. Just stay in that pose. Just relax into the pose. Do not strain your body. Just allow yourself to go to the edge, and if you feel that it's too much, come out of it a little bit so you're comfortable in the pose. You're breathing normally. Fine. If it's too much the edge, you may bend the knee slightly, or you may roll the back a little bit. So once you find that this is a nice adjustment, do not move so much. You stay in the pose, do not move. If you find that you need some support, please put something under your head. Otherwise, just stay relaxed in the pose. We have another 30 seconds left. And slowly come out of it. Do not rush out of the pose. Just take the time to come out of the pose. And then you change. Right. Then adjust yourself. Go to the edge. But if you find the edge is too much after some time, back up a little bit until you're comfortable and you stay in the pose. Maintain that stillness. You can have a block or something under your forehead if you need to. Otherwise, you could round your back or you could keep it straight depending on how comfortable you can stay in that pose. Just allow your back of the legs, back of the spine completely relax in the pose. You need to adjust if you need to before you commit to stillness. In seconds. Take your time to slowly come out of the pose. Do not rush out of the pose. Bring both legs together to stay for a while. Feel the difference in the flow of prana in your body. Ask you to bring the right leg to the side. This time I'm going to do a repetitive movement of this pose. You're not holding the pose. You are inhaling, exhaling, staying in the pose, keeping the legs straight if you can. Otherwise, if you need to bend the knees or around the back, you can have support of the block under your forehead or blanket. And you are just breathing out and holding the pose for up to 8 seconds or less. So we're going to start with left leg out, left foot just next to the thigh, or for the brothers, you may press into your Muladhara chakra. So, going to inhale, lengthening, keeping the body upright, bringing the away from the sternum away from your belly. Do not strain the neck. And next you exhale, go forward as much as you can. Do not pull the muscle, just stay in a comfortable position. The back is straight, can be, but in some cases you might need to round the back, but you don't have to if that's uncomfortable. Do not strain the lower back. Bring the forehead to the knee, or bring a block to support the forehead. If you have bulging disc on the neck, do not bend your head. Keep your head up, neck upright. Otherwise, you may just place it on your right. And inhaling, neck up, pressing into the floor. Engage your abs, coming up. Inhaling, helping you up to the upward movement with the arms raised. Exhaling. to the other side, pressing. For the brothers, you can press into Muladhara chakra, otherwise, for ladies, you just place them by the side of your thigh, making sure you're looking at your right foot. First inhaling, lifting the sternum away from the belly, lengthening up, do not strain your shoulders. You might feel a pull in the muscle as well because of the movement. It's not completely straight. So be careful you don't pull the muscle. And as you exhale, bring the body closer, closing the gap between the thigh and the torso. Again, if you have condition of the neck, herniated or bulging, do not bend the head down. Keep it up. Otherwise, if you're comfortable, stay in that position. Breathing out, maintaining the whole, the exhalation. Inhale, pressing the leg down. Inhaling, engage your abs. The upward position, lengthening. Exhaling. Now we're gonna swap side. I'm doing this asana in the Rajadiraj tradition, where we breathe out, hold a pose of up to 8 seconds or less, and then repeating it. We're going to do 4 sets of this. So inhaling, today we'll do 4 sets of this inhaling. You might feel strain on the right side because of the position of the body. It should not pull in the muscle. Exhaling from the belly, bringing the body closer to your leg, and then the neck. Holding, breathing out, holding the pose. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhaling up. Breathing pause. Exhaling. Right side. Inhaling. Be cautious about the movement. Every breath, every movement, every breath moves the spine, moves the body. Exhaling. Be aware of the movement of the breath, spine, and body into the pose. Inhale, coming up, extending and lengthening, exhaling. Again, inhaling, lengthening, exhaling, closing the gap between the body and the leg. Breathing out, if you may hold up to less than 8 seconds, if 8 seconds is too much for you. Inhaling, feel the breath moving the spine, moving your body upright, change. This coordination, coordinating movement, it's, gives a certain improvement in the cognitive function as well. Inhale, pressing and up. Exhaling. One last. And then exhale. Up. Exhale. And then invite you to go into Shavasana, or if you did see how the asana works, and just adjust to the new equilibrium of the body and the mind. Shavasana is very nice to allow the body to pause before you get into the next position. Next, you roll to the right side or to the side where your breath is predominant. Come to the sitting position. You're gonna go into your front, find your belly. I'm gonna ask you to bring one arm forward and the other arm just place it, and turn the neck to opposite the arm that's extended below. And you bend the knees. Just stay here for a minute. Lower the legs if you don't like it. Just stretch this arm and the neck as well. Slowly come out. She'll change sides. So the other arm go down. Face the opposite side. It's the upper arm to support your forehead on your temple. You don't need to bend the knees if you want to, whether it's for the whole time or just for part of the time. and lower the legs if you want to, or stay in that position just a little bit more. Relax in and slip out. I'm going to ask you to scrum on your forearms into sphinx. Stay. So you may feel comfortable like this, or some of us you may want to put a blanket underneath or the block to support you, just for a minute or two. You may have the neck down if you have no neck issue with herniated bulging disc, or you may keep the neck up or look at the ceiling if you wish to. If your knees are not comfortable, place a blanket underneath the knees. Just the body, so you commit to stillness for just 1 minute. If you have knee issues, you really need to lift the knees off the floor so you don't strain the knees so much. And so you come out of the pose. Stay for a while. You rest your forehead on your palm, on the back of your hands. Just allow yourself to relax in the pose. You can make a fist and rest your forehead on the fist. Or if you just rest it on the floor. Next breath. I'm gonna show you another asana from the Raj system, what they call Naukasana or Dhanurasana. Now, bend the knees, grab hold of your ankles. Make sure that you're not holding to your toes, but your ankles. The legs may come apart slightly in some cases, some of us. The legs are together is perfectly fine. Just lift up the diaphragm area so that you're not stuck in the fabric or something when you come out. So we're going to breathe in and you're going to come out both. The legs, the thighs are lifted, the legs are lifted up, and the front, the chest are lifted up. And you're looking at the front, in front, not to the ceiling but to the front. So this needs an inhalation, inhaling up and staying in that pose for about a few seconds. And exhaling over both legs and chest to the floor. Now to catch your breath. Generally, these poses require sattvic diet. I mean, a diet that is not full of, that is suitable for the mind and body. I will tell you a bit more at the end of the class. So next, again, inhaling. Exhaling. As you inhale, retain that breath. So it's quite energizing. Some of us may want to catch a breath before you repeat it, but when you've been practicing for some time, you may be able to do it continuously. Again, anyway, it's good to pause, and then as you exhale, that inhaling, lifting legs. Exhaling. Again, inhaling up. Exhaling. Going to do 2 more times. Exhaling down. And last one. You need to roll, lie on your back in Shavasana. This is another posture to assimilate the routine that you've done, the pose. Today I'm showing some poses that it is best done if you keep a diet that is free from tamasic food that is harmful for the mind. So you might find it a little bit an effort to do the poses. It does not only mean physically, could also be straining in other areas, especially if you're not complete. If your diet includes food that is may not be suitable for meditation. Just relax for a while before we move to the next pose. Bring your legs together. I'm going to ask you to just bring one leg to you and then stretch the back of your thighs. Release the change to the other side. And release. I invite you to come up to sitting, go to the right side or to the side where your breath is predominant. Come to sitting, we do one more asana. Just stay in cross-legged pose and bring your right arm, left knee, left arm behind, just twist to the left side, looking over the left shoulder. Twist to the left, and then I want to now turn the head to the right side. So the body is twisting to the left, and your head, what's in the left side, is twisting back now to the right. Stay for a while. So you go into the left, but the head, the neck is turning to the right. Stretching your eyes. It's a good stretch for the eyes and the neck especially. And slowly closing your eyes, releasing your hold, releasing the arms, the neck. Change the way you're sitting. If you're not sitting symmetrical, inhaling, exhaling, left arm, right knee, twisting to the right side. Twist as much as you can to the right, keeping your spine upright. Feel that space and the rib cage lifted. When you had enough, and then turn your neck ahead to the opposite side. Looking over that left shoulder, stretching your eyes as well to the left. Feel the stretch in the neck. And slowly releasing neck, arms, come to the center. Stay that pose. You may go into Bhujasana, this cross-legged pose. We're going to do the Yoga Mudra. Stay for a while, feel that assimilation. You may just want to round your back or just look down to feel that releasing the back of your spine. And back up. Breath in. Make a fist of your, or make a fist. Hold the left wrist with the right hand. And then bring it back. Chest forward. Again, the position, you may put a blanket underneath if you need to support the pain of the, so it's cushion the ankles. Keep the bum on the floor. If you need to, you can put something under your bum so that it's more comfortable for you to get in and out of the pose. Make a fist. Breathing in. Just breathe out. Going forward until, if you can, try to reach your forehead to the floor, your nose to the floor. If not, just stay where you are. That's fine. You may put a blanket if you want a block so it touches, the forehead is touching the block or the blanket. Breathing out, holding. Inhaling out. This is one of the basic poses. There are 3. I've taught them in the first few classes. Last week, especially in the first class. So please watch that video. Again, inhaling, exhaling. Inhale. Please remove this way small. And exhaling. Again, pay attention to the breath. Exhaling as you go forward. Exhaling from the belly. Inhaling. Lifting. Coming up. Again, be careful of the back. If you have back condition, I need this in the lower back. Something. Make sure that you're not exerting backward. Bending forward too much. You want to keep the back straight as you do that and not rounding your back. So it's important to see condition. Inhale, exhaling. Inhaling. Coming up. You can change your leg if you like. Exhaling. Exhale. And you're feeling the movement that you're making. Inhaling, the breath moves the spine, moves the body. Exhale. And inhale. Listen. See for a while before we do massage. But first, I want to stretch the neck a little bit. Just give that little stretch to the neck. Release. And the other side. And release. Diagonally. Release. And the other side diagonally. Out. Release. Change side. Release. Arms up. Exhaling. One more time. Inhaling. Up and releasing. We come for the massage before we go into Shavasana. Let's put the palms together, the eyes, and the scalp. The eyes, scalp. Massage the forehead. You can use index finger. Sometimes by tracing it, if I can find some knots, even on the forehead. Anyway, we just massaging this secretion bag. Index finger, where your eyebrow, just below the eyebrow, the socket of the eye, the vagus nerve. It's really very interesting nerves that controls the, as part of the autonomic nervous system. It's involved in digestion and stress and rest. So it's really nice to massage that area. Just like splashing water to the eyes, which is a very good practice. It gives the same effects. Like when you're swimming or diving, that massaging of the water on this part of the face relieves a lot of stress as well. The notes of these are the years, the year, and just pull the years. And you've done the neck, just the back of the neck, left side, shoulders, armpit. Today we did one of the basic asanas, and we did a few other asanas. To show you, I did it to show you how the asanas are done. Generally, I mentioned that it requires a certain diet that is healthy for the body, at the same time healthy for the mind. And then therefore you will assimilate the practice of the asanas better in that way. However, when you practice the asanas, the basic asanas regularly, the body automatically rejects food that is harmful for the mind, preparing the body to more practices of the asanas. The upper part of the body, and squeezing from the what's called this rib cage out. From under the rib cage. And then one mudra, which if usually it's best done in the morning because the stomach is not full. So inhaling, exhaling, squeezing to the navel, almost touching the spine. Inhaling. It really improves the digestion, removes constipation. Exhaling. One more time. It affects the Manipur chakra just like Kushiki. Also affects the Manipur chakra. And the left side. Pumping action. Knee. The knee. The session today can be watched again on your own at your free time. It's always available online. It's the link. So if you want to do the same practices, same asanas that we have done today, you can play the video again. Go to the same link and play this video to watch how the asanas are done. Okay, let's go to the and the right side. Do you do massage after your asanas? If you're not, you should start. Make it a habit to do it because it really improves the texture of your skin. It hydrates your skin, makes it supple, improves your circulation and your lymphatic drainage, lymphatic flow as well. So it's really nice to give this tender care to your skin. It affects. It gives you this soothing, assuring touch that it soothes your nervous system as well. So it really cares for the nervous system. Massage is a very good practice to do. Alright, you'll lie down in Shavasana. You'll stay for 5 minutes, perhaps. Yep. Just make sure that you're not cold. Cover yourself. If you need to, remove your glasses or anything that you're touching on, except the floor you're on. You need the blanket, take it and cover yourself. So you're not cold. You stay for a while. Allow yourself to relax completely. Let go of all the tension so that you come to a stillness in the practice. Adjust the neck side to side. Make sure you're not touching anything around you. Take some support if you need to under the neck or the lower back or under the knees if you need to, so that you're comfortable. Or if you like, you even bend the knees if this is more relaxing for you. Arms away from you, apart. In some cases, it's more comfortable with the arms facing on your belly or your body. You may do so. Then naturally curl the palms and the toes fall just to the side. Inhaling, exhaling. Visualize where you are in the room, the part of the floor you're on, the mat you're on, the blanket and clothes that cover you, part of the body that is exposed to the air, part of the body that is covered by your clothes and blanket. Inhaling, exhaling. Relax. thumb, awareness to the right hand thumb, right hand index finger, middle ring, little finger, right palm, hand, wrist, forearm, elbow, upper arm, right shoulder, right side of the body, right hip, thigh, knee, calf, shin, ankle, heel, right top of the foot, sole of the foot, right big toe, second, third, fourth, fifth, right side of the body, left thumb, index finger, left middle finger, ring, little finger, left hand, palm, wrist, forearm, elbow, upper arm, shoulder, left side of the body, left hip, thigh, knee, back of the knee, calf, shin, ankle, heel, top of the foot, sole of the left foot, left big toe, second, third, fourth, fifth, side of the body, the lower back, sacrum, spine, middle back, upper back of the body, belly, abdomen, rising as you inhale, falling as you exhale, chest, collarbones, the shoulders, back of the neck, front of the throat, the jaws, facial muscles, nose, cheeks, ears, temples, eyes, socket, eyeball socket, eyebrows, forehead, scalp, entire head, inhaling, exhaling. Exhaling. You're in Shavasana. Recall where you are. Recall the time of the day. Begin to make small movements. Fingers, toes. Maybe rotate your ankles, the directions, the wrists, and just move how you feel. You could stretch too. Legs, knees to the chest. When you're ready, just bring yourself to one side. When you're ready, you may come to the sitting position. Keep your eyes closed. Just feel the difference in the body, in the breath, in your mind, in your well-being. You feel this joy of light surrounds you, inside you, and all around you. As you're more conscious about the divinity in you, the love divine you are. Palms together as we give thanks for just being here. Thank you for the class. Let's go. Now, let's see if you have any questions that you can address today. Is there anything?
Yes.
Yes, can you tell me?
Does one have to chant the mantra as we do Kaushiki, or just listening to the chant with the help of a video will be okay?
Yes, you can just do it without the chanting, because some of us may find it difficult to chant and do the dance because it's you have to catch up with your breath. Yeah, you can. We have the track actually. If we should post it for you to switch it on, and you can just dance to the dance. Of course, calling it will also remind you how to do it, but not necessary.
Second question. Most Kaushiki practice videos seems to last exactly 21 minutes. What is the rationale behind a 21-minute practice?
No, there are also videos that last for 10 minutes. We have them. The 21-minute Koshiki dance was just created, actually, it was during the time when I was having my training as a acharya, as a nun, actually. The trainer decided that 30 minutes would be too long, and we were doing 10 minutes of Koshiki, 10 minutes, and it was too short. So that's how we came to this duration of 21 minutes. Also, 21 minutes is the Koshiki dance. We have many healthy claims. We have 22 different claims, benefits of it. So in order to coincide with that, and also another thing is our skin actually takes about 21 days to change, and it's just a nice number and easy to remember. So that's why we are dancing 21 minutes. There's no reason to it. You can dance for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 8 minutes, 15 minutes, or even 30 minutes if you can. But usually this dance has a lot of devotional aspect to it. That means it develops our spiritual well-being as well. And in order to dance that, we also should be mindful, or rather be cautious about not to overdo it too much, because we find so much benefits physically. So everything has to be done in moderation. If you're able to do 21 minutes, if your body tells you you can, and you're also keeping other aspects of your life like service and spiritual well-being, yes, of course, it'd be very useful for you. Otherwise, nothing should be done too much or too little. So you choose the duration that you can do.
Third question. Namaskar. I had a slipped disc on my lower back. However, I have recovered to a great extent now. Can you please suggest some exercise that will help strengthen my lower back slowly? Thanks a lot.
Yes, it's of course better if you can write to me. Then I can tell you in detail, actually, um, because there are many exercises that can strengthen the lower back. The thing is, how you go about doing the exercise is important because it may be good for you. For example, the cobra is useful for strengthening the spine, the lower back, upper back. The Dirga Pranam is also useful. In other exercises are there, even what we did today, what Dhanurasana. Dhanurasana can be very straining on the back, but if you have no back problem, you can strengthen the back. But be careful with how you do when you go into the asanas, and that is why in my classes, if you have noticed, I've done some form of preparation. Like today, we did the preparation when we go forward. So those I find is helpful for you. So the muscles is not strained, so that also will protect the back as well. What you call slip disc could be a herniated or bulging disc that you had. So you have to be careful that that is when you go into the poses that you do not exert it too much, that you will it will slip again, or rather it will be bulging again. So be careful with the movements, how you go into it. Otherwise, things like what we've done today, the Dhanurasana poses, they strengthen your back. At the same time, you also need to strengthen your core muscles. That's the most important part. And a lot of injury happens because because of the weaknesses in our core muscles. Core muscles is not only the belly but also the back and the entire body. Actually, this needs to be strengthened. And Koshiki does help with the condition. Of course, you can do it regularly. But again, be mindful with the bending forward position when you do it. And if you combine it carefully, overall health or toning of the muscles and strength can be developed through these exercises.
Fourth question. I was reading a yoga for health book that women, when practicing yoga practice, should not sit or press on the base root chakra. I wonder if you know why.
Yeah, in usually for poses for women, like today also I mentioned, do not press into the Muladhara chakra for women. For men it's different because our organs are different. If you notice, for men the organs are external, women is internal. So due to that, the stimulation is also different. So that's one of the reasons when we do certain most of the asanas you've done, if there's any instruction for women to press into the Muladhara chakra, it should not be done because this instruction may be given just for generally it's for men. So it's best not to press into the Muladhara chakra for poses for women to do. Generally, because of the different stimulation of the sexual organs. That's why.
Fifth question. I would likely know the object behind the exercises. Good health or a prelude to meditation?
Can you see? I want to know the first part.
I would likely know the object
What I
behind
would like to what clearly
to know
to know
to know the object
the reason for
behind the exercises.
these exercises. Right?
Yeah. Good health or a prelude to meditation?
Okay. It gives the asanas that we do are targeted especially for our endocrine system, nervous system, like a parasympathetic and the sympathetic nervous system, our entire well-being, our hormonal system as well, which is not only in every level like digestion, excretory, productive thyroid, the immune system. So in our endocrine system, they are very beneficial. It gives you good health. When you have good health, you're able to do meditation, spiritual practice. So it doesn't only contribute to your health, at the same time, it also helps you to prepare yourself for spiritual practices. Yes, it does introduce you to spiritual practice as well, because most of the time we are not able to sit in meditation or do our spiritual practices because of our ill health, and our mind is running around everywhere. We are not able to sit to focus, whether it's to pray or to meditate. We are not able to do that. So that is that these asanas will actually help you to eliminate what you call tamasic effects of the body and the mind. And that is one of the reasons I mentioned about diet. Today we have done one of the basic asanas, but the other asanas are actually suitable for those with special diet. Well, I wouldn't say special diet. I would say diet that is healthy for the body and the mind. Now, that means if you're vegetarian, that would be much more useful for you, especially if you're doing asanas today. It's better that a vegetarian diet would actually help to accept the poses easily because of the toxin from the different types of food as well. Generally, if you keep low diet on non-vegetarian food, you find that you can assimilate the asanas easier because the body is subtle enough to also go into the flexibility, mobility, and the of the poses as well as your breathing capacity. It improves because you're able to focus, you're able to be conscious about when you go into the movement. Like I mentioned just now, many times I said the breath moves the spine, moves the body. So there's a lot of relationship between your breath, your mind, your body. Likewise with food as well. The affects in every aspect. It affects us in every aspect. Mm-hmm.
Sixth question. What is your opinion on Ramana Maharishi teaching?
Ramana Maharishi. I'm not so familiar with that. I've heard of that, but I've not gone deep into the teaching, so I cannot explain to you what is it actually. Yeah, I mean, what is the difference? Yeah.
Okay, seventh question. How does Koshiki helps us to establish a link between the finite and infinite in the one's consciousness?
Okay, good question, because now recently, no, we have been doing Koshiki. Koshiki has been introduced to us in 1978. So most of us who are practicing Rajajiraj asanas, we have been doing Koshiki for a long time, and we find the benefits in Koshiki because the dance itself is not only, yes, the physical potential benefits, but the potentiality in the psychic, spiritual is so great, this Koshiki dance, because it really develops our divine qualities. Now, the movements itself, the way that the dance has been created is amazing. You see the cross lateral movement, it enhances our cognitive function, the right and left brain. It enhances our capacity to relieve stress, to manage our coordination, to manage our immune system, and it encourages this blood flow, circulation, and also in the body. If you study the Chinese TCM, traditional Chinese medicine, they call it the meridians or the channels. The channels, there are 12, 14 channels or more, and they are all over the body. And by the movement itself, it stretches and it contracts. So the the squeezing and releasing of this part of our body is so much obvious in koshiki, because not only we move to the right, to the left, but at the same time we are moving, we are coordinating with our movement, the cross lateral movement. And cross lateral movement is not something new in education. Many educators now, if you Google, you find out how cross-lateral movements have helped with kids in their learning capacity, and in fact, not only with kids, I mean adults, in the changing in neuroplasticity, for example, and the movement of awareness. And especially the asanas as well. The movement of awareness and concentration and focus is very conducive to improving our health, our realizing our divine qualities. So in the recent work done by many anatomies or body works or even yoga teachers, the relation that we have found this structure called the fascia in the body, and they are everywhere. They are just it is just not any structure. It's a structure that holds this consciousness within us. It's like it is based on the tensegrity concept of where we are held by this fascia. We are enclosed. It wraps. It connects. Everything is in this fascia. And this fascia, we are this divine being. So it seems that it has this special capacity to do what you call that. It has this. It's very obvious that it may be this structure that carries our consciousness, and that means human being is this consciousness. We are not just any physical form. We have more than our physical body, and due to that, surely, if you can realize that, if that structure is in us, we can realize that in ourselves, because that's what we are here for, to realize this infinity in us that is all around us. We are infinite, and we are this microcosm, and if we are able to realize this macrocosm in this world that we live in, surely the practices that develops that can bring you to that realization. Okay.
Eighth question. Didi, how can we develop our understanding of the ideation, Bhavanam, Kevalam in a better way?
How we can realize the understanding of the...
How can we develop our understanding?
Okay. The mantra Baba Nam Kevalam means, I think you know the meaning of it already explained, means Baba is this innermost, the dearest, nearest, this consciousness, this divine being that is actually all around us. Okay? The name, that's what we call the Kevalam, all there is. Now, how do we realize it? When you do Kaushiki, for example, you can realize it if you ideate on the movement, if you ideate an understanding, that also answers to the last question. If you realize this when you do Kaushiki, if you think of this consciousness, you become that. Okay? You're practicing, you're doing it. As you do it, you know that you're not just this physical being, you are this great macrocosm. You are part of this. One. Two, as you sing this mantra as well, you know the meaning of the mantra. If you understand the mantra beyond this, just the utter of the words, but knowing the meaning, you know what it means. As you do it, you also feel you are that you're moving into that realm of this mysticism. You will become like that. As you think, you become. Just like if you're thinking, I want to eat, I don't know, bananas, right? And you think of bananas. You go to the market and you see bananas. You come back, you eat bananas. So if you think of something, it may happen. So if you think of you are this macrocosm, you will become this macrocosm. So if when you sing Baba Nam Kivalam, you are this closest and dearest and closest entity, this macrocosm that's in you. You are this. You are made of the same material. Whether it's a microcosm or a macrocosm, the material is the same. It's cosm. You become that cosm. You're just a drop into this ocean of consciousness. You become the ocean as you think you'll become. That's it. Okay. Thank you for being here. Please watch my other videos, and you can always play the video again and again because I'm only doing the classes once or twice a week, I think. Yeah. And also, I in Koshiki, I'll give a little bit more information as we go along because that will be also useful for you to know. And today I have introduced not only the basic asanas, other asanas. So please practice the basic asanas every day. That will be useful for you. For the other asanas, like I said, it'd be very nice if you can slowly change your diet to something that is really not only useful for you now in this world. You can tell from what's happening in the world that it's really important for us to be mindful in the world that we're living in, so that we do not harm anybody, anything that has, that gives us, that provides this harmony to live in this world. So think a little bit more about what you're eating, and will what you do, what you put in your mouth, harm anything that is around you. So with that in mind, I think, and with the practices, I'm sure you will understand how we human beings should live in this world, and at the same time bring happiness to each and every entity in this world. Thank you for joining. See you next time. Namaskar.